Alright, aloha and welcome back. On this video I'm going to walk you through how to build a URL in the Google UR Builder platform. And the reason for that is to be able to track specifically a traffic source to a specific destination. So when you're building, using the URL builder, the first thing that you're going to need to decide on is what you want to track. What is the destination, the end point of your process? And in my example, it's this particular page, this web page, this landing page. And you look in the browser, it's called onlineeducationmastermind.com/TMM for Tech Mastermind. This is the destination that I want to track. So I've decided on the destination, which is this browser or this URL here, and I'm going to build parameters in the URL builder to specify where the traffic source that is directing people to this page coming from. Alright, let's start in the analytics, because in Google Analytics we're going to need to have a property created for that particular page. And in a previous video we already covered that, where I created a property, grabbed the UA tracking code and placed it in the appropriate place on the page that I wanted tracked. Right, if you recall this section in your Analytics platform under Admin, this is where we create our properties in the center column. The drop-down menu here, you remember down here at the bottom, Create New Property. I wanted to show you that I created this property for this particular page, Tech Mastermind, and I'll show you on the property settings. So in the property settings, you'll see the URL that this property is connected to. It's right here, right? That's the URL of my landing page. And in the tracking ID, this is the code, that long HTML code that I copied and placed on that landing page to track it. Now we want to set parameters to be able to track the traffic sources that are sending traffic to that particular landing page. So we know where I'm going to, I hope it doesn't continue like this. This is the page that I'm going to be tracking, or actually specifically this banner here on this page. This banner right here, I'm going to send traffic from this banner to the Tech Mastermind landing page. So I'm going to need to create the URL builder link and place it in this setting for this banner. Alright, let's go ahead and build out. Go to URL builder, and I use the Google Analytics Demos and Tools site. You can see the URL builder link above. And just as an overview, when you come to this page, these are all where we're going to set the parameters for that specific banner, that specific traffic source. And for more information and examples of each parameter, just scroll down a little bit below the actual input form fields, and there's also related sources down below. Alright, let's get into creating the URL builder, or utilize it to build a parameters, or set parameters around this particular URL. So whatever you want to track, the destination URL goes here. So mine is the Tech Mastermind landing page. And the way that this is set up here, source, medium, term in content is in a hierarchical fashion. And they have name here, campaign name here in the middle. I actually like to start here because in the analytics, campaign is above source, and then medium, and then term, and then content. All right, so the campaign name then is going to be TMM. What you're going to see down in this field here is actually the URL begin to build out. Once I add source, I believe you'll see something jump. So the source is at my content site, onlineeducationmastermind.com, and strategy is a page on onlineeducationmastermind.com. Right? So the source in my URL builder, I'm going to abbreviate Online Education Mastermind. The content site is OEM. It's where the traffic is coming from, the main source. So let's say you were running a Facebook ad, then your source would be Facebook in here. If you're doing a YouTube ad, it would be YouTube. If you're doing an email blast, it might be your newsletter, for example. So campaign source, Online Education Mastermind. Campaign medium is a banner, right? This is a banner. So I'm going to abbreviate banner, and I'm going to put ban here. The term, this would be a keyword which would even give more specificity to the tracking. So instead of a keyword, what I'm going to designate here is what page is this banner on. This banner is on the strategy page. Back to the URL builder, therefore my term is going to be strategy. All right, the campaign content is going to be how I'm going to distinguish this banner from this banner. This banner abbreviated is JD for Justin and D, JD. Now for this banner, to identify this banner, I'm going to write, I think, $24,000 as the campaign content. I'm just going to write it as 24K. Right? There we see now the URL is built. Source OEM campaign equals TMM. Medium equals ban. Term equals strategy. That's the page. And content is 24K. I'm going to copy this link, this big giant link, and I'm going to put it on a spreadsheet that I have. Paste it right there. And then I'm going to backtrack. Yep, it's got the 24K in there. I'm going to backtrack. My content is going to be 24K, $24,000. The term is, of course, the page that it's on, the strategy. The medium is banner, put ban there. The source is OEM, and the campaign is TMM. Scroll over to the left here. Yep, this is strategy banner, 24,000. And my shortened link is going to go here, and this column is when I test it and if it tracks. Okay, that's really what we're after. So for now, we're going to click on Convert URL to shortened link. Here's the shortened link. I'm going to grab that, copy it here, go to my spreadsheet and paste it here. And then next, I'm going to go to my actual page, and here I'm in my ClickFunnels page editor for this page, and I'm going to come to this banner and click on a gear icon right here. This is going to allow me to input this link, the Google URL builder, and it goes into link URL. Now you have hashtags. These hashtags need to be in place when you have these different options. But when you're putting a URL in there, this hashtag needs to be deleted. So go ahead and delete that. If you leave that hashtag in and you put your URL in, it's not going to work. So Control V and copy it right there. And go ahead and save it. So even though this says Google here, the destination, it's going to the TMM landing page. All right, there we are. We're ready to test the actual page. But before we do that, I want to give you a heads up here in the analytics. Well, let's go to reporting. Click on reporting. Here in reporting, there is a real-time tracking, and this is what we're going to get immediately. We're going to get this information, the tracking sources, if it's set up correctly. We're going to get this real-time happening right now. As soon as I click on that banner, I'm going to come here, click on real-time, and it will show me data. Now, we may get this real-time data, and if we do, things are working great. In addition, in overall tracking, this data may not show up. For example, in home, let's go to home, and the one that we want to track here is this online education mastermind TMM. At the bottom of the page here on the left hand side, and all website data is 13. It may not record 14 here is what I'm saying. It may take 24 to 48 hours. I've never had that take that long for data to show up, but it does show up. I have had it show up in less than 24 hours, and I've also had that data show up immediately. So it's like in sync with the real-time data. The real-time data comes in and it shows up here in real time also. But I've also had it where it didn't show up in the overall statistics immediately. So if that happens to you, don't freak out. What is important is that you get the real-time tracking and that everything is identified specifically. And then I'll go ahead and check. I can check the overall data and see if the data actually came in real time as well. All right, let's go to, I'm going to open up an incognito window to test our banner in this example. And then we're going to come back to analytics, and we'll look at real time, and then we'll look at the overall statistics and see if it actually showed up, or am I going to have to wait, up to 24 hours for that data to show. But in my experience, as long as the data shows up in real time and everything is clear and succinct, the data will show up in your overall statistics. Okay, online education, and the page is, of course, strategy. Go to this page, and I'm going to click on the banner, and the banner will be redirected to the Tech Mastermind landing page. All right. This is exciting, right? I'm going to click on the banner now, and this is going to direct us to the Tech Mastermind landing page. All right, here we go. And then we'll head off into Google Analytics and take a look at statistics there. All right, here we see in the browser, you can see the URL builder. There's So 24K. Here at the end, the content, you can see the term strategy, medium ban, campaign is TMM, and source is OEM.
Hey everybody, Vic Strizeus here. Thanks for stopping by. If you have no idea who I am, I'm the founder of High Traffic Academy.
Okay, great. Let's go over to...
You might have heard about that program.
Oops.
Creator of the Project Breakthrough.
Okay, you're done, Vic? Now go to Analytics, and here we are in real-time reporting under Tech Mastermind. Right now, there it is. Under top active pages, TMM is good. Here we see the keyword strategy. Remember, that is the page. And we can go a little bit deeper to medium and sources and medium. Click on traffic sources right under real time. And here it is, banner and OEM. Great. Now let's dig into a little bit more detail. We want to get to the content. We want to make sure that it's the 24K banner and make sure that's tracking correctly. So one more bit of detail. So go down to acquisition here, and I'm going to go to campaigns and select all campaigns. So this is great. The data is showing up in real time. Awesome. And here's Tech Mastermind campaign. I can break it down into sources here. Medium, I'm right below the graph, right here. Campaign source, medium, source medium, and then in these options we can get to term and content. I'll show you that. But we're in the TMM campaign. Go to source is OEM. OEM and also Aweber are doing some tracking some email autoresponders here, but we're interested in OEM. The medium is ban, right? Banner or email. So we have 7 responses here. The source medium, broken down again, is going to give OEM ban. So we want to focus on this one and dial down a little bit more. So I'll go ahead and select OEM ban, and we want to know the breakdown of the keyword. Break it down into strategy, right? Strategy, Facebook, also funnels the different pages on the content site of OEM content site. Now we want to break down the add content. This is going to distinguish between the different banners. If you recall, I'm going to go back to the banner page here. Right, I want to distinguish this banner is just the parameter is JD, and this one is 24K. Alright, so let's go ahead and break it down and click on add content. Oh, maybe I wanted to go back. Oh good, it showed up. There it is. Isn't that awesome? Remember I said it could show up immediately or it could not, so it couldn't have happened in a better way for this example, that you saw that the data showed up immediately. So this is the strategy page. We want the keyword and we want to break that down into add content. Cool, so JD, right, worked there, and the 24,000K has been tracked, right? 1 new user, page sessions, and so forth. And we'll be able to track this. Cool. There, it's working. Isn't that cool? So I'm able to track now, or did track, this banner going to the Tech Mastermind landing page. Cool. Alright, so to complete it, I'm going to go to my spreadsheet. It's been tested it's been tested and tracked. So check that off there, and yes, it's tracked. There you have it. That is it. Creating a URL builder to track a specific traffic source. I hope you found this helpful. This is a great tool to use, the URL builder, to track your traffic sources so you can optimize your campaigns, know which banners are winning and which ones you can turn off and which ones you can optimize. Really a fantastic, and the cherry on top is it's free. So there you have it. Track all of your links, your traffic sources in this manner using the URL builder, and I think you'll find great benefit, and you'll be empowered and feel confident knowing exactly where your traffic sources are coming from and how they're performing. Great. Until the next video, be well, take care. Aloha.